Hello everyone. In this lesson we are going to speak about programming terms, the good stuff. Okay, so what we are going to do is you're going to see a slide which presents one word, one programming term, which is written up here. For example, the algorithm. Under the term, you will see the transcription of the word. This will help you to read it correctly and actually see how it should be read. Don't forget to pay attention to the stress. So the stress here is on the first syllable, so you read algorithm, algorithm. After that, you are going to see the description, the explanation of this word. What is an algorithm? An algorithm is a step-by-step procedure which is used to solve problems or to do calculations. Algorithms are implemented with code. Don't panic if you don't know all the words that are used in these descriptions, because I'm sure later on, after a couple of lessons, you will know all of these words. After the description, we go to an example. I used the bubble sort algorithm to sort the numbers in an array. Again, don't worry if you don't know all the words or if you don't recognize all the words just yet. We will go over them. I encourage you to pause the video after I read the example and repeat this example yourself. So let's go over this slide once again. Algorithm. An algorithm is a step-by-step procedure which is used to solve problems or to do calculations. Algorithms are implemented with code. And an example, I used a bubble sort algorithm to sort the numbers in an array. The next one, value. Value. A value is a piece of data. Every value has a type. Values represent information, and we can work with it using code. If you write your birth year into the field, the program will use that value to calculate your age. Again, pause the video and repeat the example after me. All right, let's go on. Variable. Variable. A variable is a container for a single value. It is named, it usually has a name. Different values can be assigned to a variable. And sometimes you will see these pieces of code, a few lines of code written here. This is taken from the Visual Code Studio. For example, var name and var age. You know that var represents the word variable, so variable name and variable age. An example, I created the age and name variables in my JS file. Assign. Assign. To assign means to put a value into a variable. The process is called assignment. Assignment. And here you can see var age equals 27. So what I did is I assigned the number 27 to the age variable. Integer. Integer. Integer is a type of value that represents whole numbers. It can be positive, negative, or 0. Whole numbers are like 1, 2, 5, 10, 100, and so on. Whole numbers. For example, 27 is an integer value. Integer value. Another data type, another type of value is a float. Float. Float is a type of value that is a number with a fractional part. It is short for floating point number. What is a fractional part? Fractional part is this part of the number, 27.547. 27.547 is a float. This part is a fractional part. Double. Double. Double is a data type that is a number with decimal points. It is similar to float, but has more precision, is more precise, is more accurate. It is the short for double precision floating point number. And here you can see an example of a double. So 12.666428727762776 is a double, right? So this number has a data type of a double. The next one is string. String. A string is a type of value that represents text. The term is short for string of characters or sequence of characters. For example, English is a string. English is a string. It is a sequence of characters, E, N, G, L, I, S, H. The next one is a Boolean. Boolean. A Boolean is a data type that has two values that are usually called true or false. And again, a small piece of code here. Var empty equals false. So false is one of the variations that a Boolean can have, either true or false. And the empty variable in this case is a Boolean. The example, I assigned the Boolean value to the variable empty. Array. Array. An array is a type of value that can contain a sequence of other values. Again, a line of code here. I'm sure you recognize this. Var r, which is the array, equals, and there are different names in this array. I created an array of strings that contains the names of students. Function. Function. A function is a piece of code that is run only when the function is called or executed. Functions can take arguments, parameters. When a function finishes running, it returns a certain value. For example, I wrote a function that calculates the price for discounted products. To call a function is to run the code in a function. An example. Your program doesn't work properly because you forgot to call a function. The next one is argument, or parameter. An argument or parameter is a value that is passed into a function when it is called, when the function is called. For example, the function takes the original price of a product as an argument and returns the discounted price. Class. A class is a type that can be created by the programmer. We need a class to create objects of that class. I made a student class that will be able to hold students' names and email addresses. Object. An object is a value created from class. Objects usually contain some variables and values inside and have methods attached to them. I made a class student and then created several objects from that class for every student in the group. And the last one here is method. Method. A method is a function that is attached to an object. A method is a function that goes together with an object. For example, the method called length returns the number of characters in a string object. This is it with the first part of programming terms. See you in the next lesson, and we will speak about some more programming terms. The programming terms that we discuss in these two lessons are general, so most of you out there will find them familiar. Don't forget that you have the worksheet after each lesson, so go download the worksheet, do the exercises, and see you soon. Bye!